Tonight is no ordinary night. The sky will glow with a supermoon, but this is more than a celestial display. It is a doorway, a rare alignment of energy that has the power to shift the course of your life. Ancient wisdom teaches that moments like these are portals, opportunities for profound transformation that appear only when the universe whispers, urging us to awaken. I am Shi Hing Yi, and tonight I will guide you through 7 shocking miracles that could change your destiny forever. These are not the usual promises of luck or fleeting fortune. Each miracle is a principle rooted in centuries of Shaolin teachings, mindful practices, and the path of personal mastery. These are tools for aligning with your highest self, for stepping into clarity, discipline, and inner strength. The first miracle is subtle yet powerful, the awakening of presence. The moon's energy sharpens your awareness, revealing hidden patterns and opening doors in your mind that have long been closed. The second illuminates courage, drawing shadows from the depths of your heart so that you may face them with calm resolve. And there are 5 more miracles that can only be fully experienced by those who are ready to witness them with intention. Tonight, we will explore how ancient wisdom meets cosmic timing, how simple practices can amplify your life, and how mindful alignment with the universe can turn ordinary choices into extraordinary outcomes. Each moment of attention tonight carries weight, each breath becomes a seed for transformation. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, a space where ancient insight guides modern life. Subscribe now and walk with us through this night of profound energy. Stay with me until the end, and you will see why this supermoon is not just a spectacle, it is an invitation, and the changes it can spark may echo through years to come. There is a quiet moment between the heartbeat of the world and the pulse of the mind, and tonight, under the supermoon, that moment stretches wider than usual. In this stillness lies the power of presence. The moon's light does more than illuminate the night sky. It awakens subtle currents of energy that surround us, currents we often move through without noticing. In the Shaolin tradition, mastery begins not with strength, nor with action, but with attention. Presence is the ground from which all skill, clarity, and wisdom rise. It is not a force to be grasped, but a space to inhabit. Observe the flow of your thoughts as if they were leaves drifting along a stream. Watch emotions surface like ripples on water. Notice the smallest details of your surroundings. The chill in the air, the rhythm of your breath, the quiet hum of life around you. And do so without clinging, without judgment, without needing anything to be different than it is. When you align with this energy, even the faintest awareness becomes a bridge to something greater. The supermoon amplifies these subtle movements, turning fleeting glimpses into profound insight. A single breath held with attention tonight can carry lessons into the days ahead. A fleeting thought observed without reaction can reveal patterns that have shaped your life. The miracle is in the ordinary. Small shifts in awareness, often overlooked, ripple outward, like water from a stone dropped into a pond. Each moment of presence strengthens the connection between intention and action, between mind and body, between self and universe. Tonight, the moon reminds us that mastery is not a distant goal. It is the art of being fully here, fully aware, fully alive, even in the simplest of moments. Beneath the luminous glow of the supermoon, the world seems to pause, inviting a rare kind of quiet. This night is not merely a spectacle. It is a chance to release what no longer serves the mind, body, or spirit. Stagnant energy, held in the tension of thought, in unresolved emotion, or in unnoticed habits, can weigh heavily, keeping the heart restless and the mind clouded. The moon's presence acts as a gentle mirror, revealing where stillness is needed and where release is overdue. In the Shaolin tradition, clarity is born not from striving, but from stillness. The body and mind are gardens. Without tending, weeds of distraction and worry take root. Through mindful breathing, each inhale draws in calm. Each exhale lets go of residue accumulated over weeks, months, or even years. Gentle reflection, practiced in silence, allows the mind to wander only so far as insight can follow. Meditation, unhurried and patient, becomes a tool for liberation, revealing spaces within the self where energy flows freely and naturally. The act of release is a quiet form of discipline. It asks for awareness, patience, and courage. The courage to face what is hidden, the patience to sit with discomfort, and the awareness to know that letting go is a form of strength, not weakness. With each intentional breath, each thought observed and released, the mind unburdens itself. And in this unburdened state, possibilities arise. New paths, once obscured by inner clutter, begin to appear. Creativity, insight, and intuition gain room to move, and small, unexpected miracles begin to manifest. The supermoon illuminates not only the night sky, but the inner landscape, showing that when stillness is embraced and energy cleansed, transformation is not a distant promise. It is already quietly unfolding within. There is a rhythm to life that predates clocks, schedules, and the busyness of the modern world. The rise and fall of the sun, the turning of the seasons, the pull of the moon, these are the ancient markers that once guided every action, every thought, every breath. When the body and mind move in harmony with these cycles, energy flows effortlessly. When they do not, fatigue, restlessness, and unease quietly accumulate. Tonight, under the supermoon, this natural rhythm becomes visible, a subtle pulse calling attention to the patterns within and around us. Ancient wisdom teaches that alignment with cosmic cycles is not mere superstition. It is a practical path to vitality and inner mastery. The moon's energy has a way of nudging the body and mind back into sync, highlighting where attention drifts and where balance has been lost. It whispers that rest is not indulgence, that focus cannot be forced, and that each movement, each pause, each moment of stillness has its proper time. To move with this rhythm requires mindfulness and discipline. Observe the rise and fall of your energy throughout the day. Notice the natural pauses between activity and rest, the quiet spaces where reflection naturally occurs. Pay attention to sleep cycles, to how the body responds to light and darkness, to the gentle urges of the mind and heart. These observations are not passive. They are a form of mastery, a tuning of the self to the greater symphony of life. By honoring these natural patterns tonight, small adjustments ripple into daily existence. Fatigue softens, clarity sharpens, and intuition deepens. The alignment is subtle yet profound, restoring vitality that modern routines often drain. The supermoon becomes more than a light in the sky. It becomes a mirror of our own inner tempo, reminding us that when life flows with rhythm rather than against it, energy multiplies, focus sharpens, and the path toward personal mastery opens quietly, steadily, naturally. Under the light of the supermoon, the mind feels sharper, and the subtle currents of intention grow stronger. There is a quiet amplification, a way in which thoughts take on weight beyond the ordinary, and even the smallest intention carries a resonance that can ripple through time. Ancient wisdom teaches that energy flows where attention goes. When focus is undistracted, it becomes a force, shaping not only our actions but the very circumstances around us. In the Shaolin path, mastery begins with clarity. Distraction is the thief of power, scattering energy and blurring purpose. But when the mind is steady, when the heart is calm, even a single, simple intention becomes potent. This is not about grand declarations or urgent demands. It is about the precision of attention. A thought quietly observed, a wish silently set, can hold far more influence than 1,000 distracted desires. Tonight, as the moon reaches its fullness, this principle becomes tangible. By taking a moment to reflect deeply, to sit in stillness, one can observe which intentions truly matter. Perhaps it is a commitment to patience, a vow to release fear, or a decision to act with integrity. Writing it down quietly before sleep anchors it, giving shape to energy that might otherwise drift unseen. This small act, practiced with mindfulness, aligns inner will with universal rhythm, allowing intentions to find their path. The supermoon does not create miracles. It magnifies what already exists within. It illuminates the alignment between thought and action, revealing the quiet power of disciplined focus. Each clear intention set tonight carries the potential to manifest in unexpected ways, shaping circumstances, opening doors, and transforming subtle patterns in life. In this way, the moon becomes a silent teacher, reminding us that the mastery of self begins with the mastery of thought, and that the seeds we plant in stillness may grow into profound change. Beneath the glow of the supermoon, shadows are not just cast on the ground, they emerge from within. The quiet illumination of the night reveals the hidden corners of the mind, the places where fear lingers, anger simmers, and doubt whispers. These are not flaws to be ignored or denied, but parts of the self that call for attention, understanding, and courage. True strength is not found in avoiding them, but in meeting them with awareness and calm. In the Shaolin tradition, courage is the mastery of self, not the absence of fear. A warrior's power comes from knowing the depths of the heart and mind, and acting despite uncertainty. Observing these inner shadows with mindfulness is the first step. Sit with them without judgment, tracing the origin of each thought, each tension, each hidden ache. Watch as fear rises like a tide and recedes like the ocean. Notice anger flicker and dissolve. Witness doubt as it moves through the mind. In this practice, the act of observation itself transforms the shadows, softening their grip and revealing their purpose. Tonight, under the supermoon, this reflection carries greater weight. The heightened energy amplifies clarity, offering insight into patterns long overlooked. By facing what has been hidden, one gains not only understanding but freedom. Each moment of presence in the face of discomfort strengthens discipline, builds resilience, and cultivates inner authority. Confronting the shadows is not a single act, but a continuous practice. Each observation, each breath held in awareness is a quiet victory, a reclamation of power over the self. The supermoon illuminates more than the night sky. It illuminates the path toward personal growth. By meeting what is unseen with courage and clarity, the heart expands, the mind sharpens, and the journey of mastery unfolds, step by deliberate step, through the quiet light of reflection. The night sky is at its fullest, and the supermoon casts a steady, luminous gaze upon the world. It is a reminder that transformation does not arrive in sudden bursts, but through quiet, consistent practice. Miracles are not born of chance. They emerge from the accumulation of small, deliberate actions repeated over time. Each mindful breath, each intentional movement, each moment of reflection builds strength that is invisible yet undeniable. Shaolin wisdom teaches that mastery is the result of disciplined attention. It is not the grand gestures but the everyday rituals that shape character and spirit. Meditation practiced faithfully each day trains the mind to remain clear and calm. Physical discipline, through movement or exercise, strengthens not only the body but the resolve to act with purpose. Even simple acts, rising with the sun, pausing to observe the body and breath, approaching tasks with care, layer together, forming a foundation upon which higher insight can stand. The supermoon tonight serves as a symbolic anchor, a moment to recommit to these practices. The energy in the air is heightened, offering clarity and focus that can guide intention into action. It is a perfect night to revisit routines that nurture the mind and body, to deepen meditation, to move with awareness, or simply to honor the rhythm of the day with quiet presence. Discipline, when reinforced under this energy, multiplies its effect. The choices made tonight ripple forward, subtly influencing days, weeks, even months ahead. A single act of mindful consistency becomes a seed that grows steadily, imperceptibly, until its influence is undeniable. The supermoon illuminates not just the sky, but the path of inner mastery, showing that through faithful practice, through small yet deliberate rituals, the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, and the journey towards self-mastery advances quietly, steadily, and with profound impact. Under the silver glow of the supermoon, the world feels softer, quieter, and more alive. There is a subtle shift in perception, a gentle tuning of the senses that allows the hidden layers of reality to emerge. Ancient wisdom teaches that the mind alone cannot perceive all that is real. True mastery comes from listening deeply, attuning to the body, the environment, and the faintest signals that often go unnoticed. These subtle cues carry guidance, whispers of insight that logic alone cannot interpret. The Shaolin path emphasizes this form of awareness. A master is not one who acts only with thought, but one who observes, senses, and responds with clarity. Each sensation, each impulse, each fleeting impression carries meaning. Tonight, as the moon amplifies subtle energies, these impressions become sharper. The body may speak through tension or ease, the environment through shifts in light or sound, and the mind through fleeting thoughts that hint at unseen connections. Practice begins with quiet observation. Sit in stillness and allow sensations to arise without judgment. Notice the rhythm of the breath, the tingling of energy in the limbs, the movement of thoughts through the mind. Observe the environment as if seeing it for the first time. The sway of leaves, the temperature of the air, the soft hum of distant sounds. Each detail is a note in the larger symphony of perception, a signal that guides the inner compass. When these subtle perceptions are acknowledged and trusted, intuition begins to illuminate choices. It may point to paths unseen, decisions unconsidered, or actions that logic alone could not reveal. The miracle of intuition is not sudden or loud. It is quiet, precise, and undeniable when cultivated with patience and discipline. Under the supermoon, this guidance becomes clearer, a reminder that mastery is not only about strength or knowledge, but about listening deeply and moving with the wisdom that arises from the stillness within. Under the serene light of the supermoon, the heart can feel both heavy and expansive. Emotions long held, anger, resentment, regret, linger quietly like shadows in a dim room. They are subtle weights that cloud perception, drain energy, and limit the clarity of action. Ancient teachings remind us that the inner landscape must be tended with care. Just as the body needs movement and the mind needs stillness, the heart requires release to regain its natural balance. Forgiveness is not a concession to others, nor a denial of experience. It is an act of mastery, a discipline of the spirit. Shaolin and mindfulness traditions emphasize that grudges and self-blame anchor energy to the past, preventing it from flowing freely. By observing these emotions without judgment, by acknowledging their presence and letting them pass, the heart becomes lighter and the mind sharper. Each act of release is a step toward freedom, a quiet reclamation of power that has been misdirected into resentment or regret. Tonight, under the moon's heightened energy, this practice becomes particularly potent. Consider turning inward and offering forgiveness, not as an obligation, but as a conscious act of liberation. Extend it to yourself for past mistakes, and to others whose actions have left marks upon your spirit. This is not weakness, but disciplined courage, a willingness to face emotional discomfort and transform it into clarity and compassion. The effect is subtle, yet profound. Space opens where tension once resided. New opportunities for growth, insight, and connection arise naturally when the heart is unburdened. The supermoon reflects not only the night sky but the potential for renewal within. By releasing what binds the spirit, one creates room for miracles, small, quiet shifts that can ripple into life with unexpected grace. Forgiveness, in this sense, becomes both a tool and a doorway, leading to a freer, stronger, and more luminous self. The night sky stretches wide, and the supermoon shines as a quiet reminder that life moves in cycles far greater than ourselves. Each rise and fall, each shift of energy, each turning of the seasons is part of a vast, unfolding rhythm that has guided existence long before thought or language. To live in harmony with this flow is not passive surrender, but an active, disciplined awareness, a form of mastery that recognizes the self as a thread woven into something far larger. Shaolin teachings speak of this harmony often. True strength does not come from isolating oneself, nor from exerting force against the current of life. It arises from attuning to the movements of the whole, from observing the patterns of the universe and allowing action to emerge naturally from understanding. Each breath, each step, each intention is most powerful when aligned with the greater flow, rather than imposed against it. Tonight, under the heightened energy of the supermoon, this alignment becomes palpable. There is an invitation to pause and observe, not only the cycles of the body and mind, but the rhythms of the world around us, the wind in the trees, the quiet hum of distant life, the shifting light of the moon, all are subtle signals pointing toward interconnectedness. In stillness, these signals become a guide, revealing how personal choices can harmonize with larger patterns, creating outcomes that are not forced but inevitable. When action flows in tune with this universal current, miracles often appear not as dramatic disruptions, but as subtle, precise shifts that unfold with grace. A decision feels right, a path opens naturally, obstacles dissolve without struggle. The supermoon reminds us that mastery is not only the cultivation of self, but the deep listening to and moving with life itself. In this union with the universal flow, discipline, awareness, and patience become conduits for transformation, allowing the ordinary to carry the extraordinary within it. As the supermoon begins its descent and the night grows quiet, there's a final practice that seals the energy of the evening: gratitude. It is a simple act, yet one of profound power. To pause and recognize the blessings, the lessons, and the subtle miracles already present in life is to awaken a force that amplifies intention and transforms perception. Gratitude, in the Shaolin tradition, is not merely a courtesy, it is a discipline of the heart, a cultivation of awareness that shapes both inner and outer reality. To practice it, one must slow down and turn inward. In silence, observe the day's moments, the breath that sustained you, the body that carried you, the experiences that taught you, the people who touched your life. Let each acknowledgement be intentional, felt fully in the chest, and held with calm attention. This is not a hurried listing or a fleeting thought. It is a deliberate tuning of the mind and spirit to recognize abundance, however subtle it may appear. The effect of this practice is multiplicative. Gratitude opens pathways for energy to flow freely, dissolving resistance and amplifying clarity. Ordinary experiences, when observed with appreciation, take on a luminous quality. The challenges of the day transform into lessons, the mundane becomes meaningful, and even the smallest victories become seeds for growth. Tonight, under the heightened energy of the supermoon, gratitude carries an added resonance. It aligns the heart with the rhythm of the universe, magnifying intentions, calming the mind, and cultivating inner strength. The simple act of acknowledging what is already present sets the stage for what is yet to come. Gratitude turns reflection into empowerment, quiet observation into action, and the ordinary moments of life into catalysts for transformation. In this way, the final gesture of the night becomes not just an ending but a doorway, one through which destiny subtly yet profoundly begins to shift. Tonight's supermoon is more than a bright light in the sky. It is a doorway, a rare moment to step into deeper self-mastery. Each breath, each mindful thought, each intentional action carries weight. By practicing presence, embracing courage, honoring discipline, and moving in harmony with life's rhythms, even small actions can ripple outward, creating life-changing shifts in ways we may not yet see. This night is an invitation to pause, to observe, and to act with clarity. Notice the subtle currents within yourself, release what no longer serves you, and allow intuition, gratitude, and reflection to guide your steps. Every moment spent in awareness strengthens the path toward your highest potential. Remember, destiny is not a fixed path. It is co-created through intention, awareness, and deliberate action. The choices made tonight, the alignment cultivated under the supermoon, can echo far beyond these hours, shaping days, weeks, and even years ahead. Honor this moment. Embrace its energy. Step into your life with calm, clarity, and purpose. Let the quiet power of the supermoon illuminate not only the sky but the path within. If this journey resonates with you, join our community. Like this video, subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire, and walk with us as we explore the teachings, practices, and wisdom that guide inner mastery and transformation. Peace, presence, and clarity be with you.